Welcome to Being Friends with Jess and Toni-ann, an inside look at our friendship, millennial things, sports, and pop culture. Come laugh with us, or maybe at us, and let's be friends.
We're starting when we usually end this, so
Almost, yeah.
is gonna literally be uncontrollable. Anyway, welcome back, friends.
Welcome back, friends. I'm writing things into the note so I don't forget it because it just came into my mind. You don't have to look at it because I just need to remember it.
Okay.
Because I really didn't have many things to talk about going into this, but then something just popped in my brain.
I stopped being lazy and I put my water in China today, so I'll just let you all ask that I'm using my Taylor Swift cup.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm just gonna have to rename like what's in your China to like tea time because I've been making tea every time we have this podcast.
Wait, I really thought that you were gonna break open the bottle of wine that you texted me about.
No, so I was going to, and this is my thing for the people that needs to be filled in quickly. Every time I go out for a walk, it's a beautiful day today. I think I've talked about this on the podcast before.
You have that. You can't not purchase something.
I can't not stop and buy food, whatever. And this deli I go to, they always have good sandwiches, so I always order a sandwich to pick up. But they're also a full liquor store, so they sometimes do wine tastings. Otherwise they like feature special like deals. Apparently Monday and Tuesday they have 20% off all bottles of wine. I didn't know this, so I walk in today to get a sandwich after my like 1.5 mile walk. So I felt fulfilled, and the guy was talking to a woman online in front of me, and the woman was like, I've been telling everyone to buy this wine. I love it so much. The guy's like, yeah, we keep selling out. It's so good. I'm glad you got it on sale, right? They had this great conversation back and forth. I'm just sitting there waiting for my sandwich to be ready. And then she walks out, and I look at the bottle on the counter, and I go, did you just like plan that? Like, is that like a sales tactic? Like, were you having that conversation with that woman so that I would buy this bottle of wine? And he was like, no, but are you interested? And I'm like, obviously I'm interested. Like, you're talking about it nonstop. And it was like a Sicilian, like white wine. I was like, is it dry? He's like, yeah, it's like a little sweet, but like mostly dry. I'm like, okay. And he was like, trust me, everyone that gets it loves it. I tell people, here's your receipt. If you don't like it, I'll take $20 out of my own pocket and I'll give it back to you if you don't like it.
What kind of wine? Like, what brand is it?
I don't remember the brand. It was something with a lot of O's in it, but the grape was like Grippo or something. It was like a grape I never heard of. So I don't know, but I'm gonna try it. But and then he was like, "Do you want it chilled or do you want to just buy it off the shelf?" And I don't know why I said, "Oh yeah, I'll take it chilled." I had no intention on opening it tonight. I don't know why I took it chilled. Just waste.
Yeah, but that's fine. Just leave it in the fridge.
He's like, it tastes even better if you put it in the freezer for like a half hour and you drink it that way. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that because I will forget it's in the freezer.
I really hope it's not Grenache because
it's not.
Something like that. Because one time when I took the wine class in college,
I forgot you're a wine connoisseur.
Where did we go? Anyway, we tried I think it's called Grenache. I don't know. It was a white that was like, it looks like Riesling and they keep it by the Riesling. And I accidentally bought it
Grillo
one night because it like was next to the Riesling and I accidentally grabbed the wrong bottle.
Oh,
and gross. I tell you, I don't like it. Like, I didn't like it when I tasted it in class, and then I got to like opening the bottle and it was the wine that I didn't like, and I actually cried. I was like,
no, I found the name of it. The brand is Doppio Passo, so it was right. It was a lot of O's, and the grape is Grillo. It's from Sicily.
Okay, cool.
So it's like light, crisp, easy drinking, like whatever. And it's won a bunch of awards, and it wasn't expensive either. It was on sale. I think I paid like $16 for the bottle or something like that. So like normal priced, you know. But yeah, I was gonna crack it open tonight and then have it with the podcast. But then I remembered that I'm going to my cousin's this weekend, and we always need to bring wine. So I'm like, you know what? I'll hold it off to bring it for that. So yes, I'm just drinking tea again. So more tea, but this time I put it in my David Wright mug. Look at the baby he was.
I'm hormonal. Don't make me cry.
Oh, I haven't drank out of this in so long. It was at the back of my closet, my cabinet. But yeah, tea.
Tea for tea.
Yeah, I forgot where I was going with that part right there. But yeah, so that's what I'm drinking. Because it's just like I know that it's still like we record at the same time every night, but like there's some days where I can't fathom like having an alcoholic beverage. Like we're just getting to that age. Like
Right, but it's so funny because we started this and like we're like, yeah,
yeah.
a cocktail on a Tuesday, a cocktail on a Monday, and
Oh,
now
we
we're
were
like
excited.
hot chocolate,
Hot
water,
chocolate, tea, water,
hydration,
peptides.
amino acids.
But anyway, coming down from St. Patty's Day weekend.
Yes. Can I just do my ridiculous thing?
Sure.
Because you know that I've been stewing on this one for days.
Go ahead, Jess.
For days. Okay. What the fuck is with the leprechaun? What's with it? The leprechaun traps? Like, these people putting leprechaun traps in their house, and like leprechauns are coming to their house and wreaking havoc. And like, why do we just need to keep making holidays harder for moms?
It's
why?
Literally Elf on a Shelf all over again.
Right. It's stupid. I think it's dumb. I don't understand. I had a 105-year-old great grandmother who came off of the boat from Ireland, and never have I ever heard of trapping a leprechaun in your house for fucking St. Patrick's Day. And that's all I have to say about that. What I will say,
grandmother hasn't heard of it, then it's not a thing.
Well, she's no longer with us at this point, but
she would have.
She never brought it up in her 105 years of living.
Right. Exactly. She lived
105 27 years I had with her, never brought up a leprechaun.
Yeah, so it's more
in that regard of like leprechaun traps. Like, I'm sure she talked about a leprechaun, but like, so that's that. And I also want to just say that, like, in the light of ridiculousness, I would have been solely responsible for the potato famine had I lived in Ireland back then. Because there was one sole red boiled potato left, and I took it home. Like, I made my mom wrap it up for me.
Do you not understand what a potato famine was?
Yeah, that that the potatoes didn't grow, obviously.
Do I remember this differently? I thought the potato famine was that they couldn't get any other food, so they only ate potatoes for the entire duration.
Maybe right.
I think that they all grew potatoes because that was the only plant that lived. So the potato famine was that the whole country only ate potatoes for years. That's the only thing they could get.
Okay, well, that sounds like my dream come true then.
Yeah. Oh, Jess wishes she lived during the potato famine.
I wish I lived during the potato famine now.
You know, a lot of people died.
Well, I wouldn't. You want to know why? Because I have been surviving for 32 years on potatoes and potatoes alone.
But there's no protein.
I understand that, but when I tell you that my meal yesterday, because I don't like corned beef in my typical picky eater fashion, I had chicken cutlets, red boiled potatoes, and mac and cheese. Oh, well,
we learned mac and cheese has protein in it, so
we did. Oh my god! Fun fact, everyone! One full box. She's crying because she didn't get mac and cheese. Just kidding. That's all I should. One full box of character mac and cheese, Kraft, because
character.
What else? Has 18 grams of protein. That specific box was SpongeBob, but I dabble in the Paw Patrol all the time.
Wow. Yeah, child, but SpongeBob actually is the best one.
No,
I think those squares.
No. I'm sorry. Wait, you said because of my child? She doesn't eat Kraft mac and cheese. I don't allow her to eat Kraft mac and cheese. She has the Annie's organic, and I eat the Kraft mac.
Silly me. Have you ever compared the ingredients? I bet you it's not even that different.
No, I haven't, honestly. The Annie's organic is not bad at all. Like, I will eat it, but when you want Kraft,
that's the only one I buy. They insist that it's made with real cheese, and I believe them.
Hold on one second.
Your computer suppressed so much of the sound that I didn't hear any of her meltdown. All I heard was you screaming at her.
Yeah, because she is crying because Alec took her off the potty, but she was just sitting there, and now he was trying to put her pajamas on, and she was just kicking and flailing and not putting on her pajamas because she said she had to go potty, but you don't have to go potty because you just sat there and you just went potty before we came on. here.
The 2-year-old really has to learn what hemorrhoids are.
Anyway, what were we up to?
We were talking about Kraft mac and cheese.
Oh, right.
And yes, you learned that there's lots of protein in it.
Oh, the Annie's and that Kraft says that it's made with real cheese. Yeah, I don't know about that, honestly. But do I care? No.
They can't
Also,
say it
I
on the
forgot to
box
take
and
my
it not be
glasses off.
true.
I don't know, but I'm not going to get the box right now to read it while we record this.
It's fine.
So we'll convene.
We're as adults gonna eat it anyway.
Right, exactly. My kid, not so much. Anyway, what was your St. Patrick's Day comment before we get into your ridiculous thing?
Well, yeah, it's just I had a great St. Patty's Day weekend. The usual, went to the city, right? This year, obviously, St. Patrick's Day was on a Monday, so we went Saturday to celebrate to the city, and it was a little different vibe because like parade days, like when all like the people get rowdy, they go to the parade, especially the first responders, they march in the parade and then they're out. I'm not going to name specific agencies, but they're out all day afterwards drinking. So Saturday wasn't like that. I mean, there were some people out because I think there were a lot of like bar crawls going on, but like we apparently didn't go where like all the bar crawls were like down like the West Village and stuff. Like we probably should have went down there. We stayed in Midtown, and like Midtown was really only like good for parade day. But then we came back yesterday on parade day, and it was the vibe we were looking for. And can I just say that, there's been a lot of hate from people that are, I guess, like don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. They're like, did you know that, this is like cultural appropriation. Like Irish people don't even really celebrate St. Patrick's Day. This is just another US holiday where people like to get drunk and act like idiots. And I'm like, and at first, honestly, I kind of believed them because like I went to Ireland once, and I don't think it was St. Patrick's Day when we went, but like we asked people.
It's definitely celebrated differently in Ireland.
Well, yeah, like it's probably more religious because it's like a saint's patron holiday, but at the same time, like
they're still Irish. They're still getting drunk.
They're still Irish. They're still drinking. So anyway, so with this in mind, all day yesterday, I'm celebrating every Irish pub you go to in New York City, because obviously New York City is a melting pot. Half the group in the pub was people off the boat from Ireland.
Right.
Like, literally people visiting from Ireland to celebrate St. Patrick's Day here. And they were wasted, dressed up like leprechauns, okay? Singing folk songs at the top of their lungs, like having the time of their life. Meanwhile, because they've been drinking since like 9 a.m. and we got there at like 6.
Right.
Right? So they were rowdy by the time we got there. And finally, the last bar we go to, we're winding down, but the last bar we go to, so probably around like 7, 8 o'clock at night, there's a lot of Irish people still there, right? And all of a sudden behind me, I hear this couple that's clearly Irish, clearly whacked out of their minds, older, right? Saying something to some guy about like, oh my God, like, can you take a picture with us? I'm not going to do the Irish accent because I need to work it up. It's not my British accent. I can't just like turn it on, like I need to work up for it. They were like, can you take a picture? It's my daughter's 18th birthday. Can you wish her a happy birthday? So I'm like, my back's to them. And I'm like, is he doing like a cameo right now? Like, is somebody like famous behind me? And then before I turned around, I was like, can you imagine like Paul Mescal is just like standing behind me right now? Like I'll literally lose my shit. Okay. So finally I turned around, and it's a guy that I had to say, he was not Paul Mescal, but he kind of did resemble him a little bit. He had bigger ears slightly, and he had like darker features, but like.
So they thought that he was famous, and they just had him.
No. Okay, so listen. So I like he leaves because he's being called by friends or somebody. Stacy and me both pull him and go, "Are you famous?" And he's like, you know how they say it, They don't say they go a tad. And I'm like, and we're like, well, what do you do? Are you an actor? He's like, no, I'm a singer. I'm in a band. We're in a band. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, is it one we've heard of? Like, are you really famous? And he gave us like the name of the band. He said it like 3 times, and each time Stacey and I were like, what? Like, we could not understand him at all, right? So finally he's like, it was really nice to meet you, but like my friends are calling me, like I gotta go. And we're like, okay, nice to meet you, right? So this mystery needs to be solved, right? So I'm like, we could have just met somebody very famous and I just had no idea, right? So I turn around to that couple, and I interrupt them flailing, like fangirling, and I'm like, who was that guy? Like, who is he? Like, is he famous? And they're like, oh my God, oh my God, he's so great. He's in this band, the Whistling Donkeys. And I'm like, and they said it like Shrek. They were like, the Whistling Donkey. and, and, he's great. They're crake. You know how they say it? They crack or they crake. They say that in Ireland, right? And I'm like, oh, like, are they very popular? Like, I don't recognize the name, but I guess in Ireland.
We know the script in YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I know the Cranberries. That's about it. Yeah. So they're like, oh, probably not here, but like in Ireland, they tour around. Like, they're pretty popular. I wouldn't say they're like super famous, but they're pretty popular. They have a following. And they're like, and we've been here having a grand old time in New York City. We have twin daughters at home. They turned 18 and we left them there. And I'm like, oh shit. She's like, so we took a video with them and sent it over.
No, like, actually, though, Irish people have zero filter. Like, you think Italians have zero filter? Like, this is why my family is so harsh, because we're Irish and Italian.
Yeah, the mix.
It's just like everybody with no filters.
I have such a great, and that's why, as much as I have 0% Irish in me, I talk about this every year. I love St. Patrick's Day so much because you run into so many Irish people and all they want to do is have a good time. Like, they have no drama 100%. Unless they get really drunk and then, they want to fight people, but it's usually over nothing. Like, it's not drama. And like, they're so friendly. Like, it's great. So anyway, so I'm still talking with this couple, and now, like, my friends and Stacy, like, they want to leave. Like, it's getting late, but I'm like engrossed in this conversation with these two people now. And, I'm saying like, oh, like, how are you like in New York? Did you come here just for the parade? They're like, yeah, we came here. We heard it's a great time. The parade was great. And I was like, let me ask you, because, a lot of people say that the Irish actually really don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day like this, but you guys look like you're having a great time. And they're like, which Irish people said that? And I'm like, well, I've been to Ireland. They're like, where did you go? I'm like, I went to Dublin. They go, oh, Dublin. Dublin. Like, they immediately, they were like, they all got something up their bums over there. They don't want to celebrate shit. And I'm shite. And I'm like, oh, they're like, you got to come down to the South. We do it big there. I'm like,
I feel like you have to go to like Belfast and Galway and like
they said they're like, you got to go to Galway, which I want to go. Like, I heard great things. Ed Sheeran wrote a song about a Galway girl. Like, I want to see it.
The entire parade. I actually watched it for, I think, the first time in my entire life.
I always forget it's even televised.
More than half of it. Right? And then I was like, okay, I can only take so much bagpipes. Like, where are the step dancers? I was waiting for the step dancers forever. No one was showing up. So I was like, okay, anyway, got to clear out some of this DVR. So, but I watched it. The whole thing, walking advertisement for visiting Ireland.
Yeah.
The whole thing. And I love the commentators. There was two Irish commentators and one American, and I was like, I can listen to these people talk all day long.
I know, it's so great. And the Irish, and it's funny because in New York, like, you'll be in a bar, like, just minding your own business, and then all of a sudden a bagpiper walks through the door and performs like 3 songs, and then he'll just move on to the next bar. I'm like, where did you come from? They don't want tips, they don't want anything. They're literally they come in, they play their bagpipes, and then they leave.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Also, I found out while watching the parade that a shamrock is like so like thought of like bringing back to the religion part of St. Patrick's Day, but apparently like St. Patrick, I guess he was like spared during this story. So he was spared, obviously, we know that, but he looked down and he found a clover and he was like, this is the Holy Trinity, it's gonna save me.
I love how you're just discovering this story now.
Well, like, I knew the story. I didn't know, like, the Holy Trinity part of the clover. I didn't go to Catholic school, okay? I didn't learn. You probably learned this for freaking however many years, 4 years in high school in a row.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I learned that in CCD, so you should have learned that in CCD.
I don't think I did. I probably never had St. Patrick's Day on a Thursday at 4:30 p.m. And if I did, I'd probably skip the St. Patrick's Day class if St. Patrick's Day landed on my CCD day, because I was probably at my Nana's having.
I guess. I mean, I only went to Catholic school for high school.
No, I know.
I already knew about it before then, but yeah.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know that was like why the shamrocks on everything. I just thought there was a lot of shamrocks in it.
But then, like, it's also like the 4-leaf clover is like extra luck, even though the shamrock is 3 leaves.
Yeah, but you don't really find 4-leaf clovers all that often.
That's why they're lucky, because they're rare.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And also St. Patrick has something to do with snakes. He like drove the snakes out of Ireland.
Yeah, but I think that was during the potato famine.
So did he end the potato famine?
I don't know.
We're not historians. We do not take our word for this.
Which is not fucking stupid, is what you think.
But let's pretend that that's the story. Are you looking it up?
Hold on.
Okay,
Yeah.
she's looking it up. So according to Jess and Toni-ann, St. Patrick saved the potato famine, ended it by driving the snakes out of Ireland, and that had something to do with the potatoes. And somewhere along there, he found clovers, and he goes, the Holy Trinity. Where leprechauns come into this? No idea.
No one knows. I don't know. Something
We're
about
gonna have to do a book report.
There was
on this
something
another
about
time.
snakes. Yeah, we're gonna have to just update everybody on our stories. I should know this. My great grandma is.
But bottom line is the Irish
she's not happy with me right now. Nana's not happy.
I know Nana's not happy. Bottom line is the Irish do love celebrating St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
And apparently it's just the losers in Dublin who did it like that.
Apparently my dad said the corned beef isn't what they eat. They don't eat corned beef in Ireland. The corned beef came from my dad said he watched a legit he saw a docu-series about
was that
the
a
corned
New
beef.
York thing?
Yeah, no, what happened was the corned beef came from the Jewish people.
Yeah,
they were
sense.
They introduced the Irish people to the corned beef and they just liked it, so they adopted that to go it went with their cabbage. So that's why they adopted it to go with the potatoes and the cabbage.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
So that's not the traditional Irish meat. That part is Americanized because they don't eat that there, but
well, that's not Americanized if it came from the British or wherever you said they came from.
No, I think they did that in the U.S.
Oh, okay. So it was
the Irish people in the U.S. teamed up with the Jewish people in the U.S. and they decided they liked corned beef.
Well, it's definitely the New Yorkers that said if you don't like corned beef, you could have pastrami. It's the same thing.
Right, that was kind of where it came from.
Yeah. So okay, so that was St. Patrick's Day. Always a great time, and even though it was a Monday, we made do. So cheerio. That's British, but
I literally can't even believe the notes that you're putting in here today. Also, just a real quick PSA, because today I used the bathroom at work. And
another thing Jess should have known for years. Go ahead.
No. I do know this. Know this. I know this because I worked in restaurants. They teach you how to wash your hands very frequently. But I just find it appalling because this woman is older than me. She went to the bathroom and she used the bathroom and then proceeded to leave without washing her hands. And she was using the bathroom. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm just wondering at what age do we decide that we just forego washing our hands? Okay.
I don't think it's an age thing. I think it's a personal, person by person thing.
That's disgusting. So anyway,
I think everyone on this podcast agrees with that statement.
I just need you all to make sure that you're not touching the bathroom doors when you're leaving with your hands. That's why I usually always use the paper towel.
Yeah.
Keep your towel. Use your sleeve. Use your elbow. Use your foot. Whatever you got to do, don't touch that damn handle.
I like the bathrooms that have the foothold purposely so you don't have to touch it.
I like that. I like the ones that have the elbow, where you could pull it with your whole arm.
Yeah.
Yep. Love that for us. So anyway, that was my PSA. Did you have a ridiculous thing other than St. Patrick's Day?
No, I don't think so. If you want to just point out something about me that is ridiculous, you know how that I cling to phrases and they become my entire personality for a little bit?
Yeah.
My newest one this week is let's blow this popsicle stand.
Why?
Keep your eye rolling. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know what possessed me to start saying it, but now
sorry, are we in third grade again?
Anytime we leave a place or even when I'm playing video games and like I'm going somewhere else in the video games. Like I literally said to my teammate 5 times today, like, let's blow this popsicle stand. And he was
I
like,
think you
what?
need to stop doing that.
Yeah. And then I did it like when we were at the bars too, like when I was ready to move on to the
No,
next
Toni-ann,
bar.
this is how you don't meet a man in the bar by saying, let's blow this popsicle stand.
I didn't say it to a man. What do you, it's not like I'm like,
What if he
flirting with a
heard you?
man.
Then he'd be like, steer clear of that one. She's freaking
You don't think that happens in rom-coms? I'm talking up a guy, I'm flirting, and then like I'm ready to go back to his place and I go, let's blow this popsicle stand.
No, that's called he's getting lost in the bathroom and never coming back.
Maybe he picks up like a sexual innuendo, like blow this popsicle stand.
I didn't need you to break down the sexual innuendo.
All I know is that it's really fun to say. And
It's not.
next time you need to go somewhere, I want you to say, let's blow this popsicle stand. You are going to love it.
I'm
You're gonna
not
say-
gonna say that, but okay.
That's already the title of this episode. I hope you know now.
I'm
sure.
not typing that in.
You don't have to. I'll rewrite it. It's fine. And it's great. Try it. Or just come up with your own catchphrase. I know I didn't invent that catchphrase, but like,
Use
it's great.
Okay.
Jess was
Sure.
not amused.
Not amused.
Yeah, move on to your topic. It's probably much more important.
No, speaking of out-of-date things, Forever 21 is officially closing, which means the official death of going out tops
I
and
know.
going out outfits has died.
The peplums and the mini skirts, RIP.
The stretchy dresses.
The bodycon dresses, that's what they're called.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
One time I bought like a black and like a lime green, like it was black and then the outline was like a lime green. I don't think I've ever wore it. I bought it for $7. It's the original Shein. Maybe that's why it's going out of business, because it's like the original Shein.
You might be right. Because it's like very comparative now to like.
And they also had a terrible return policy.
21 days.
It was literally awful. No.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, but if you touched it's like you touched the shirt,
Yeah.
you can't bring it back.
I know. It's a shame because like even though I didn't shop in it really recently, like I have so many things that are like Forever 21. Like I just think that it's something that should stay because like now, I mean, I guess I haven't shopped in it in years, so I guess I don't really need it. But I am curious what kind of clearance sales they're gonna have.
Right. I just think it's so funny that like all of the places that we used to go when we needed a new bar outfit are gone.
Charlotte Russe came back.
Charlotte Russe RIP. Only online, I thought, though.
No, there's one in the Staten Island Mall again, I think.
Really?
I think so.
I really need, you know what I need to do before this baby comes? Get rid of all of my Charlotte Russe shoes.
The ones we'll never wear that we wore in college.
Yes.
Oh my God, I know.
I still
Those
have
were so bad for our feet.
I have legit a like pair of construction boot heels. What am I doing with those still? Please let me know.
Like Timberland heels?
They look like Timberland, but they're heels, yes.
Thank God you never wore those in front of me. I would have roasted you.
No, I definitely did. I wore them with my homewrecker construction costume.
Okay, well that was for like the outfit. Like that made sense.
Yeah, but I definitely wore them other times.
Non-ironically?
Gotta go. Like everything has to go. Like
no. I used to love their Charlotte Russe's boots. Like I used to buy a lot of their boots.
Yes, their boots were amazing. Even like their knee-high heels, I had those for the longest time.
Knee-high heels?
Yeah. I had like legit like knee-high boots that were like platform heels.
Oh my God.
The wedges to the sky.
The wedges, of course. I could never ever wear those shoes again. Because they destroyed our feet.
Like compared to mine, you did not even have a heel. Because I used to find like the
I wore pretty good heels.
Yeah, but remember the time that I went to your house and we went to Big Nose Kate's and your mom literally was like, I'm not leaving the front of this bar until I see you get your ass in the bar because I don't know how you're gonna walk in these shoes.
Yeah. And plus us thinking we had to wear heels to Big Nose Kate's was the first red flag. Why did we think we needed to do that?
Well, first of all, I used to wear heels to all bars because I hated not being able to see over everybody.
Oh, Big Nose Kate's is such a vibe. I miss it.
Yeah, I heard Photograph in the car the other day, and I was just thinking about that time that me and you were just singing it in your room, and your mom was like, the next morning, please never sing in my house.
Yeah. We used to go to 90s night a lot there, right?
I think that was, 2 times we went to 90s night there.
Yeah, that's fun.
But
Because it was
too
ladies'
funny.
night. It was like 25-cent drinks or something like
It
that.
was fantastic.
But we went heels for no reason.
No reason.
Yeah. But, Forever 21, end of an era. We're no
End of
longer
an-
Forever 21. We're officially aging.
I know, but like the mall is just like, it makes me sad that there's nothing in the mall because you know me, I'm an in-person shopper. I love going to the mall.
They are opening new stuff in its place though. Like it's not like the mall is like being empty and abandoned. Like they are opening new stores, but
They are.
they're all the same.
Yeah,
The malls of our day had individuality.
they did.
Each store had its own vibe,
Yeah,
even Hot Topic now. You walk into Hot Topic now and it's not even that
I used
vibe
to be
anymore.
afraid to go into Hot
I
Topic because it
actually
was
used to
so
be
dark.
terrified to walk into Hot Topic.
Me too. It was like pitch black. You couldn't see
Yeah.
anything. Like you never knew what
It was so
piercings were
goth.
coming at you, and the people were sweethearts. Don't get me wrong, nicest people ever. But they
Yeah.
like, as a preteen, petrifying.
Same as Spencer's, because Spencer's was like half like a store of weird things, half a sex toy store essentially. I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think the only time I actually went into Spencer's was like right before my bachelorette party with my mom and my sister.
To get sex toys? No.
No, get pin the junk on the hunk.
Well, close enough.
And all of like the candy for the pinata that we.
I did see somebody online the other day post something about like taking my daughter to get her ears pierced at Claire's, and I was like, oh, people still do that.
Yep.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's nice. Or
Unlike
piercing
me.
pagoda.
Unlike me, who brings my child to the doctor at 3 months old to get her ears
Well,
pierced.
that's the preferred way to do it. It's a
Yeah,
lot less
because
traumatizing to the child.
exactly, I was a traumatized child. I will not have it.
No, I got my ears pierced like 6 months or something.
She could take them out if she doesn't like them, but
Yeah, she seems to like them so far.
um,
She's a girly girl.
yeah.
But yeah, that's just what the mall's good for. It was always a nice boost in high school when I know I looked like shit and I would walk through and the random guy would be like, "You could be a model. Like, do you want to become this modeling agency?"
Or
And
when
I'm
they
like,
used to
"Thanks."
curl your hair in the mall, like when they
No,
used
I
to
never
try to
trusted those people to do that
really.
correctly. No, I used to actually my mom taught me the best thing to do was just walk by them and go, "I'm allergic." Even
I
though
only did it one time. I only did
yeah.
it one time, but then every time then my mom thought that like I understood the tutorial. Like my mom made me do it so that we can know how to curl our hair with the straightener.
You were gonna
And then
take
we tried
notes.
it and it never worked. It never worked. I also want to say in my friend group chat today, a time where they like went to the circus came up and they all had face paint. And I was like, guys, like this was us in high school, like your younger siblings, like because they like two of my friends have like a big age gap with their siblings, like their siblings are graduating college like
Oh,
now.
okay.
And like I'm like, your siblings would never do this in college. They were like, never. Like, they would be so appalled. They were like, we just know how to have fun. And this generation
Right.
just, like, we were just talking about how, like, this generation, like, doesn't know how to have fun. And, like,
They're just growing up too quickly.
yeah, social media ruined their lives.
I mean, I won't say it's not fun to make TikTok dances and stuff, but they couldn't get it. We had the luxury of not everything being on camera and not everything being
We had the
recorded.
luxury of making people in your grade making lip syncing videos on YouTube and that entertaining us for hours. It was like, oh my God, they made a video to this song.
We were
And then we'd go
responsible
and
for one of
watch it.
those, two of those.
No, actually I wasn't, but we would watch them.
I took some.
No,
I did.
I will say that like my cousin did try like after the you remember the kids that did the Axel X video? It's like the two nerdy kids and it's like them doing the frog song and it's like do 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 do
Okay.
do
Sure.
Okay. So there's these two kids on YouTube. I will send you the YouTube video. And so these two kids like did it and it looks like my brother and my cousin. So then my cousin was like, let's record Lewis and Dennis dancing to like the Sweet Escape on a webcam. So she did that and like we thought we were gonna go viral with it.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
was basically them just throwing a yoga ball at each other. Like, wait, I'm literally gonna look to see if it's on YouTube, and I'm gonna tell you how many views it got.
You could repost it on TikTok now and be like, wow, we really thought we were going to go viral with this in 2008 and post it, and it probably would go viral now. I said that all the time. Me and Melissa Muley, we made a burning up music video with our mothers, like back in the day. And I watch it back sometimes and I'm like, we should have put this like on, I don't know if we had it on YouTube, but if it went viral now, I'd be so embarrassed, but I think it has potential.
I have to go to YouTube. It's like not working. But I will update everybody next week if I can't find it right now.
They're all hanging on it. They can't wait to see it.
No, it's not even that. Well, first of all, I think my brother would kill me if I posted this.
My sister thought she was going to go famous when she was younger, doing lip syncing songs. She recorded a lot of them. She'd hate me for saying that, but she recorded a lot of them. That was what you did as a kid. You recorded songs in your room. Like,
I'm literally trying to remember what year it is to see if I like put in the year if I have a better chance of finding it.
If it was the Crazy Frog song, it was probably like 2010
No,
or something
it
like
wasn't
that.
it wasn't the Crazy Frog. Like that wasn't what they did, but the Crazy Frog. Let's try 2006.
The Sweet Escape song?
Yeah.
That was popular in 2006.
Wow. I do not like that. Like some
You did say
appreciation
that.
for the fact that I picked the exact year.
Yeah.
All right, I can't find it, but that's
Freshman
annoying.
year of high school.
Yes. Yeah, so they were like in 7th grade.
Wow.
Yeah. Hilarious. Anyway, all right.
Oh, nostalgia.
Is that all we have for today?
Probably. We almost did a full episode. We weren't that short.
I mean that I guess we can call it Let's Blow This Popsicle Stand because it was a very nostalgic episode. I'll give you that. But
so you like
I can't say I like it.
That's how I was gonna end the episode though. You took the words out of my mouth.
Sorry.
I was gonna be like, all right, Jess, let's blow this popsicle stand.
I can't with you. I can't. Anyway. Thanks for being our friend. I'm gonna go on YouTube and try to find this video of my brother being an idiot.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, friends. Wow, you listened to the whole thing. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform and share it with your friends. Ratings, reviews, and comments help as well. See you next week. Thanks for being our friend.